Namo Doi Sauriyandam, Namo Doi Sauridam, Namo Doi Sauriyam, Namo Doi Saujayam, Namo Doi Sautikavati Savanam, Omkara Mindu Sanyam Pancham Jayanti Yogina, Kamadam Okshadam Shri Omkara Namo, Manganam Bhagavan Viro Manganam Rukamuni, Manganam Kunkundari Ujendam Rosamanganam Namasanadisana.
Om Namo Loe Sarvatrikavarti Ariyantam. Om Namo Loe Sarvatrikavarti Siddhanam. Om Namo Loe Sarvatrikavarti Ariyanam. Om Namo Loe Sarvatrikavarti Vajjayanam. Om Namo Loe Sarvatrikavarti Savanam. Omkaram Bindu Sanyuktam Nityam Dayanti Yoginam Kamadam Mokshadam Cheva Omkaraya Namo Namo. Nama Samaysaraya Swanubhutya Chakasate Chitsabhavaya Bhavaya Sarva Bhavantarachide Agnanatimirandhanam Gnana Anjana Salakaya Chaksaram Militam Jena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namah. Tirthankaro Jagatana Jayavanta Varto Omkaranada Jinano Jayavanta Varto Jinana Samo Sarana Sav Jayavanta Varto Ne Tirthachara Jagama Jayavanta Varto Namo E Tirthanayakane Namo Omkaranadane Omkara Sangarotene Namo Te Sri Kunda Kundane Aho Upakara Jinavarano Kondano Dvani Divyano Jina Konda Dvani Apya Aho Te Guru Kanano Aho Te Bhagavati Matano Dhruva Achalane Anupamagati Pamel Sarve Siddhane Vande Kahon Sutta Kevali Bhasita Asamaya Prabhrata Are Eka Suddha Sada Arupi Jnana Darshanamay Kare Kai Anyate Maru Jari Paramanu Matra Nathiyare Javanetra Tema Jnana Natikarakanative Dakare Jane Jakaramodaya Nirajara Bandate Majamokshane Om Namah Siddhebhyo Om Namah Siddhebhyo Om Sri Suddhatmane Namaha. Jai Jinendra. Today is February 22nd, 2017, Wednesday, and we are continuing our discussion in Samaysar stanza 11. While we were in the last session, on the last part of the session, we opened the subject and we did not have enough time to complete that subject. So we'll finish that and we'll keep going ahead. I'll bring the slide right now. We're going through this slide just before we close. That we said that pure point of view, Suddhanai, is the eternal true nature of the self, because Suddhanai, Nai means the Sutagnan, scriptural knowledge, sacred knowledge, scriptural knowledge which a soul gains through the association with the senses and the mind. So this Suddhanai has a pure point of view, means the object of this pure point of view. Object means this Nai occurs in the mode. Nai occurs in the mode because this partial point of view is a part of the action of the soul, and action always occurs in the mode. So what is this mode's object? Who is the object for this mode? Object for the mode is eternal true nature of the self. Suddha Nayana Visha, Trikali, Trikali Dhruv Suddha Atma Che. So that is the object, that is center point of the pure point of view. Actually, pure point of view is a mode which is a part of the scriptural knowledge, as we just said just now. The pure point of view mode illuminates the eternal true nature of the self. Remember when we had seen so many figures in the past in which the peacock is illuminated in the mirror. So peacock did not come in the mirror. Mirror illuminated peacock by its own purity. Same way, the pure point of view also illuminates eternal soul substance. Eternal soul substance is inert. It doesn't do any action. It remains immutable. It is undivided. It is eternal. It is pure. It remains the same as it is. Doesn't change. So that's an eternal soul substance. Now the actions are occurring in the modes. So this mode is a mirror. This mode is a knowledge mode. This knowledge mode has a two function of swaprakasha and parprakasha. Swaprakasha means it illuminates the eternal soul substance and its attributes, and parprakasha means it illuminates the eternal object. That's a mirror. Mirror illuminates objects of the universe and also eternal soul substance. So this pure point of view, as we say, it illuminates eternal soul substance which is a pure in nature. Now, even though it is a mode, which is a mode? The pure point of view, it's a mode, but one takes attention away from this mode. Action is occurring in the mode. In the soul, in the circumference of the soul, in the area of the soul, the action always occurs in the mode. Whatever action, the right action, wrong action, auspicious inclination, inauspicious inclination, all these things are occurring in the mode. While it is occurring in the mode, still in this situation, one makes this mode as a secondary, and primary thing is the eternal soul substance that it is illuminating. So that's the primary function. As action occurs in the mode, there is acceptance in the mode about the purity of the eternal soul substance. But again, that modal aspect is made secondary because interest is in the primary, in the eternal soul substance. So that is the main object for us to know. One of the Pandit had gone to London, and he was gone to that museum where there is a Kohinoor diamond. Kohinoor diamond is extremely rare and a large diamond that was taken by British, and now it is kept in the museum there. And so this Pandit is watching the Kohinoor, where everybody's watching, and he's watching, and somebody says, Panditji, it looks beautiful. Look at this fantastic Kohinoor diamond. So he said, yeah, Kohinoor diamond is there, but who is watching that Kohinoor diamond? My eyes are watching that. So my eyes are much more important than that Kohinoor diamond. If my eyes were not there, then Kohinoor diamond has no value. See, it's a simple event, but how you look at it. Same way, in the modal aspect is an action occurring, but what is the object? Object is the eternal soul substance. So we make eternal soul substance as primary, and even the mode which is doing all this nitty-gritty work, it's made secondary because important thing is eternal soul substance. So having said that, we open the new chapter over here, which is it says, I just added this slide just to come to the next slide. According to Samaysar, Niyamsar, Pravachansar, And actually, according to the philosophy that Kunkun Acharya Dev propagated, it says that cause and effect are in the same substance. Cause and effect are in the same. For example, I was walking and there was a banana peel and I put my foot on it and I fell down. So banana peel is a cause and my falling down is effect, and as a result, I fractured my hip. So I said, cause is banana peel. But Acharya Bhagavan says, no. Banana peel was there all the time. Lots of people passed by and they were kind of attentive enough to walk outside that boundary of the banana peel. So they did not fall down. So for them, the banana peel did not become the cause. It became cause only when you fell down. And again, was banana peel was a cause? No, your inattentiveness was a cause. And that's why you fell down. So cause and effect are in the same substance. In generally, we will just say,
Kirit, uncle?
yes, yeah.
I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No, go ahead. No, it's okay. It's always good.
Why is it sat and asat no explanation ek સાથે છે ઈ એક જ substance માં બી છે ને ઈ કેવી રીતના થાય છે સત અને અસત બે એક substance માં?
Yes, sat and asat, just like one and many, sat and asat, those things are residing in one substance only. Why? Sat, from substance perspective, from eternal soul's perspective, I am the Sat, means I am having existence of my own. Sat means existence. And Asat means non-existence. What is non-existence in me? Non-existence is all the objects of the universe. They are non-existent within me. So Sat, again, we have to put perspective in those sentences. Sat, existence, my eternal soul substance. Asat, non-existence, all worldly objects are not represented within me. Same is ek and anek, one and many. What is that one? One, what's the perspective for one? I'm the one eternal soul substance in unison with the infinite attributes and modes and everything. So it's one.
Barabar. Ek minute, repeat karu. Can I repeat what you said, what I understand?
Yeah.
So Sat is my eternal soul substance.
Yes.
Asat marama paryay che. The paryay is asat.
Yes. Now, in this stanza, Acharya Bhagavan he will say that a paryay is asat also. But the same way, for example, this computer's area is separate from my own soul's area. So computer is an object, material object, and it is not present in my soul substance. So computer becomes asat for me. This camera becomes asat for me. This table becomes asat for me because they are not within me. Now,
actually, Kirit uncle, we talked about the Kohinoor diamond. So Sat is my Trikari Dhruv Bhagwan, my Dravya substance. Asat is my Paryay. Actually, the question, what is the Kohinoor diamond or does it exist? That actually has no meaning. That's even outside of Sat and Asat. Is my understanding correct? Because Sat is in me, Asat is in me, and then everything else, the Kohinoor diamond that I'm seeing,
yes,
is even outside of, so it actually has no meaning. Is that what we're saying?
No, Chirag, he's saying Paryay is not Asat. Paryay is Sat according to this Gatha, if I understand correctly.
No. We are coming to that point. First, let's see from the gross point of view. All the universal objects are asat because they are not within my space point of the soul, right? That's good. Now, in the same space point of me as a soul, the body also occupies the same space point as a soul, but still body has its own attributes, soul has its own attribute. Body is a matter, soul is a conscious element, so the body also become asat for the soul. Okay, that we understand because it's a gross form. Now finer point of view, when we come, that sat means eternal soul substance which is existing forever and ever and ever and ever without any change, from Nigod all the way to Siddha Bhagwan. It is eternal soul substance, is present. So it's a sat. Now asat means mode, which is a one samay only. It lasts for one samay, and so when it is lasting for one samay, it is not lasting forever. So compared, remember the word, compared to the eternal soul substance, the mode which is also residing within me as a soul is also called asat. Even though mode is present, so mode's existence is not denied, but compared to the eternal soul substance, that mode is secondary, and as it is made secondary, it is also called asat. So its existence is not denied in the soul. Like computer, the room, the picture, the table, camera, everything is asat and they are not present within me. That is easily understandable. But paryay, my mode occurring within me, every moment occurring within me, that still is called asat, because compared to eternal soul substance. Remember, comparison word is very, very perspective and comparison. What is my perspective? What perspective am I using over here? Mode is my own. How can you say it's a asat? Because I'm comparing with the eternal soul substance. Now, I'm going to give you one more point, which is kind of a shocking probably. Of course, you already know this point, that in that mode, when there is rag and dvesh mode, inclination of attachment, inclination of aversion, that mode occurring within me, that is transient, and it's impure, and so it is asat. We accept that. But samyak darshan mode occurring within me, the purity of mode generated within me, because it is mode, and that's why it's made secondary, and as it is made secondary, it is called asat, even though it is present in me. Samyak darshan mode is called asat, yes, because compared to eternal soul substance. One more point we can go ahead, and keval gnan paryay. Keval gnan paryay, omniscient mode, my God, because it's mode, because it is mode, so it is made secondary. Its existence is not denied, but it is made secondary because eternal soul substance attention is most important for all this situation. So Kevali Bhagwan, his eternal, his attention is totally undivided. Total attention occurs to the eternal soul substance forever and ever and ever. And that's why that omniscient mode is also called asat from one perspective. So we have to understand, and this is a very, very, very finer perspective, very sukshma perspective we are taking in the picture. You mean I should not aim for keval gnan paryay? Because it's paryay, that's why it's made secondary. But how do I gain that mode? Because of the help of eternal soul substance. So that is primary. That perspective we have to use it. So now things remaining within me and made secondary, and things which are outside my area of the soul, then they are definitely made non-existence for me. Mode is made non-existence even though the existence is not denied. Actually, we are touching stanza 12 in this sentence. That will be more elaborated in stanza 12, that how can we are making the mode, pure mode, samyak darshan mode, pure mode, omniscient mode as a asat, non-existence. Existence is not denied, but because it's made secondary, that's why it's called non-existence. So that kind of idea has to be well set in our mind. And again, Acharya Bhagavan will try to make that point little bit stronger in a 12th stanza. Does it make sense? Shira? Okay, all right.
It worked for me, thanks.
Okay, all right. Okay, so now.
Yes, thank you. Sorry.
Okay, so cause and effect have to be in the same substance only. That is the founding principle for Jainism, and to understand the philosophy. Cause and effect are to be present in the same substance. So if I'm the cause, then I'm the effect. So cause, what is a cause? Here in this sentence we are taking cause as eternal true nature of the soul. Eternal soul substance is a cause, and effect is right knowledge, right belief, or omniscience knowledge. That's an effect. Now here, cause is all the time present within me. From Nigodh all the way to Siddha Bhagavan, cause is present. Eternal soul substance is present. But when does this cause become real cause? When the effect starts in the soul substance, then the cause is given as a cause. Otherwise, my eternal soul substance is present within me. Nigodh has an eternal soul substance. Animals and heavenly soul and Narki, they all have eternal soul substance. But that does not become cause because their effect is not there, because the faith is directed to outside material object. Since time infinite, my attention is directed to it. Yeah.
ગુજરાતીમાં શું થશે પહેલા?
કારણ તો છે જ, કારણ હંમેશા પ્રેઝન્ટ છે, પણ કાર્ય થાય ત્યારે કારણ પર કારણનો ઉપચાર આપવામાં આવશે. જ્યારે કાર્ય મારામાં થાય છે, કાર્ય ક્યાં થાય છે? પર્યાયમાં. પર્યાયની અંદર જ કાર્ય થતું હોય છે. પર્યાયમાં જ્યારે કાર્ય થાય છે તો એનું કારણ ક્યાં શોધવું મારે? તેનું કારણ શુદ્ધ દ્રવ્યની અંદર, આત્માની અંદર જ મારે કારણ શોધ. એ આત્મામાં કઈ જગ્યા કારણ છે? તો ત્રિકાળી શુદ્ધ આત્મ દ્રવ્ય એક કારણ છે. જ્યારે કાર્યની ઉત્પત્તિ મારામાં થાય છે ત્યારે. How does that effect get generated? કાર્ય થાય કઈ રીતે? તો કાર્ય શ્રદ્ધા ગુણથી ચાલુ થશે. The effect will start with the faith attribute. Faith attribute forever in the wrong faith person is directed to the material objects of the world. You mean Nigodh also has his cause? I mean, his attention is to the objects of the world. Yes. What is that object? That object closely related with me. Soul substance and this body has a same space point remaining since time infinite. So extreme close relation with my soul is a body, physical body. So Nigodh has a physical body. I have physical body. Narki and Dev and Tiryan, they all have physical body, and everybody loves their physical body. There was a short story. There was one heavenly angels, and he has his friends and everything, and he was enjoying the life for a long time. And suddenly his garland in the neck started becoming drying up. And so he realized that within 6 months, I had to check out from the swarg, from the heaven, I had to check out. So he put his Avdignan, he put his clairvoyance knowledge, because clairvoyance knowledge is an inherent nature of the heavenly soul and infernal soul. They all have it since their birth. Means they can see the what is going to happen to them in the future, or where they are right now, and all those things. So now he put his clairvoyance knowledge, and he found out that he's going to be a pig, and he's going to be the dirty area he's going to live. So he started shivering. He said, "Oh my God, from this heavenly enjoyment, am I going to become a pig?" So he told his friend that, "Please, as soon as I take a birth there, kill me. I don't want to stay there. How can I live in the dirt?" Friend says, "Okay, I'll because we are good friends, I'll obey your rule, obey your order." So this heavenly angel now dies and becomes pig. Meanwhile, that friend forgot. So after a while, he realized that, oh, I'm supposed to kill my friend over who is a pig right now, who's in a dirty dungeon. So he comes on the earth, and he's about to kill the pig, and pig says, "My friend, please, 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 don't kill me, because I'm here, my Mrs. Piggy, my piggy is here, my piglets are here, and I'm just readjusted in this life. Life is beautiful over here, and everything is fine. Please don't kill me." So when he was heavenly soul, he loved his body. When he became pig, he loves his body, he loves his family and everything. So for time infinite, we have the relationship with the body, and we end up loving this body, and that is the attention focus on the worldly object. Close association with the body, and body is mine, body is mine, body is mine. That's why the Nigot soul takes a birth and death 18 times in 1 second. In the literature, it says ek saas mein 18 baar, means one swas he is taking birth 18 times. And then another sentence comes that in 1 minute that Nigot Jeev takes birth 3,663 times. So I calculated that there are in 1 minute there are 60. How did I calculate? I calculated somehow that it becomes 1 second, 1 life. So when I'm born in 1 second, I'm going to be dying. Yeah. So I have the pain of the birth, and I have the pain of death. Pain means separation from the body. There's an intense pain because I love my body. Nigot cell also loves its own body, and so Nigot life has a maximum amount of pain and suffering.
Kirit uncle, can I repeat what you said and you correct me? So in Mithyatva Jeev and a Siddha Bhagwan Jeev, બેમાં કારણ પોતાનો ત્રિકાળી ધ્રુવ ભગવાન આત્મા છે, પણ મિથ્યાત્વ જીવમાં કાર્ય શ્રદ્ધા ગુણ નું વિપરીત પર્યાય, અને સિદ્ધ ભગવાનમાં કાર્ય શ્રદ્ધા ગુણ નું. Is this correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
Kirat, can you just say that in English?
Okay. So the Siddha Bhagwan, not even Siddha Bhagwan, let's take the enlightened soul, 4th gun sthana. We'll take the Samyakdarshi Jeev. We take the right faith person onwards all the way to Siddha Bhagwan, from 4th gun sthana all the way to 14 and beyond. 14th gun sthana and beyond will be Siddha Bhagwan. So all those souls, they have faith directed to the eternal soul substance. While on the first Gunsthanak, like us, our faith is directed to the alien object, means body. Because we have attention focused on the body, and that's why eternal soul substance is not a cause. That can be called cause only effect is generated, means my paryaya brings attention away from the alien object, away from the physical body to the eternal soul substance. When I bring my faith to the eternal soul substance, when I do the action, when I do the effect, then this eternal soul substance is called the cause. Otherwise, it's not called the cause also.
Oh, okay. I'm still confused. So, Karan, the Mithyatva Jiva, what is Karan?
It's alien objects. My body is a Karan, and that's why my karya is towards my body. My body is a cause, and that's why my mode is.
Isn't it a Nimit Karan?
Huh?
It's a Nimit.
Nimit Karan, but remember what is happening, that, and you are right, it's called Nimit, but with that Nimit Karan, what is happening, that rag, increase of attachment only get generated when the focus is given to the alien objects of the universe.
When you have an Atma and Anubhav, then you still have those nimits. No, sorry, you still have those alien objects. They're no longer nimits.
No, yeah, that's what I'm coming.
So the only difference is when you're looking outwards, these alien objects are there, but they become nimits. When you're looking inwards, those alien objects are still there, but they're no longer nimits.
They're not. But for the increase of attachment means rag, there is a fruition of karma, and the soul in its deluded mode is looking at the fruition of karma. And so rag's existence is only while there is fruition of karma. If there is no fruition of karma, there is no rag. In the sense, nimitic sambandh, principal cause, auxiliary cause relationship. Principal cause is a rag, and increase of attachment, and auxiliary cause is a fruition of karma. So here there are two substances, but my rag can only survive when there is a fruition of karma, and that's why this fruition of karma is accused from conventional point of view as a cause. It is not the real cause. Real cause is in my mode. When we come to that one, ultimately mode will become cause, mode will become effect from purest point of view.
Okay, so I guess what you're saying is, as long as you are Mithyatva Jiv, there is only Nimit Karan, Upadan Karan જેવી કાંઈ વસ્તુ નથી.
નહીં, upadan karan will only in your mode only. Yes.
Only in your?
In the mode only. Upadan karan is mode only at that time. Because the mode, remember what we say, first bullet says, cause and effect has to be the same substance. And instead of substance, we can also say /mode. So same mode which became the effect in the form of increase of attachment also became the cause, because in the sequential flow of the modes, this was supposed to happen as an increase of attachment in this time. So that's a cause and that's an effect. So because the actions are occurring in the one area, and that means when we look into the soul, how did the rag occur in the soul? Soul is a cause for rag, soul is the effect for the rag. So same thing, in the same substance, both are occurring. Here we are taking an absolute point of view for pure mode generation. For pure mode generation, what is the cause and what's the effect?
Kirit,
yeah.
I'm going to ask a really dumb question.
No, there's no dumb question. Answers are dumb.
Why is the soul not the Karan? Why is the soul not the Upadan here?
For what? Which one? Which sentence?
All of this. Any and all of this. Let's take Rag. Okay?
Yes.
Why is Atma not the Upadan Karan of Rag?
Okay. Atma is in a unison way in a unique way, in an undivided fashion, soul is a reason for all these things. But while we are looking from the undivided soul substance, then we just go inside and say, okay, soul, you are the cause and you are the effect, but show me, where is the action occurring? And then soul says, you know what, I delegated my duties to the Paryay. So Paryay is doing all the job. So go to the Paryay and ask Paryay why it did what it did. So in an undivided substance, from looking from outside, soul is a reason, soul is a cause, everything is in soul. When we are entering into the soul substance area of action, then we go to the soul substance, eternal substance, says, hey, are you the cause? He says, I'm the inert guy. I don't do anything. I didn't do anything wrong. I'm just there, immutable, all the time, sitting like a rock. Attributes, are you the reason? Well, we are just like the soul substance. We didn't do anything. So then we just came to the Paryay and said, hey, did you do any funny thing? Paryay said, okay, yeah, I did that. So I created rag and I created pure mode also. So I'm doing all those things because of me. So ultimately, Paryay is a cause and Paryay is an effect. And I think when we come further down, this will be much more clarified. But if we take the soul as an undivided substance with an infinite attributes and infinite modes just bundled inside, then soul is a reason for all those things. Going inside, then we say, wherever the action occurs means mode, and that's why we blame mode for all these things. So mode in the rag situation, mode is a reason for rag, and mode is a reason for the mode is a cause for the rag, mode is an effect for the rag. And at that time, fruition of a karma is a nimit. It's called cause as a nimit perspective. So these are the nitty-gritty things we got to clear in our mind. So I'm glad these questions are occurring in the mind. Yes.
The fruition of karma is a nimit, and that is the absolute point of view?
Now, no, it's a conventional point of view, because remember, absolute point of view has to be in the same substance. Conventional point of view means fruition of karma is a matter and rag occurring in the soul. So the two substances are there. So that's why we can say it's a conventional point of view that fruition of karma is a cause and rag is an effect. But that's a conventional point of view. Coming to the absolute point of view, rag is a mode is a cause, mode is an effect. One simple mode is a cause and one simple mode.
There's no nimit in absolute point of view, then what? There's no nimit at all?
No, nimit is present. We are not denying the presence of nimit. Remember, that is. I'm glad you brought this point up. Kunkul Acharya Dev does not deny the existence of nimit. He says nimit is present, but when the action is occurring in the mode, in the soul, then nimit is simply present. It does not do anything to the soul's mode. Soul's mode is doing all this dirty work of rag and dvesh and everything. So this guy is simply a nimit. Remember,
an absolute point of view, right?
Absolute point of view,
nimit exists, but it's the cause and effect is happening in the mode itself.
That's it.
Correct?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, Kirit, this is really helping. It's a very simple question. When we talk about the Paryay, na Pradesh, and Trikadi Dhruv, Atma na Pradesh, those are eternally separate Pradeshes. They never mix. Those space points are different always. The Paryay Upli Safati Upar, when they say that, it's a separate Pradesh from the Trikadi Dhruv. Is that correct?
Actually, if you look at it, the same space point, innumerable space point present in the soul. Innumerable space point present in the soul, right? Okay. Now, there are infinite attributes in the soul and infinite attributes are represented in each and every space point of the soul. In this room, there are, let's say there are 1 million lights I put it in, million different colors. All those million different color will go to each and every space point of this room. And million light bulbs will have their individual light represented in each and every space point of this room. Same way, infinite attributes are represented in innumerable space point, each and every space point of the soul. For example, let's say that you have the container of a wheat container, you have it. That wheat container has a, let's say, millions of wheat particles. Each particle exists separately. When I take one wheat particle out, I can do that. I can take two out, I can take a handful out, that I can separate them out. But in the soul, infinite attributes are intermingled with each other. I cannot take a space point out with no attributes at all. Infinite attributes are represented in each and every space point of the soul.
So I get what you're saying. I understand that. And my question is, I think, but I've heard that Pariyai is described as being on the Upli Safati. Like, yes. I don't know how to describe it.
I'm coming to that point.
So are the Pradesh of the Upli Sapati separate from the Trikali Dhruva-Gaunatma Pradesh?
No, yes and no. Yes, in the sense, the soul's job is inertness, attributes job is inertness represented in each and every space point of the soul. Now, modes are also occurring and spreaded through the each and every innumerable space point of the soul. So, for example, if one is angry, that quote unquote anger is represented by all the space point of the soul. Now, because the mode is transient in nature, it lasts for one samay only, and attributes are lasting forever. So from action perspective, for existence perspective, the mode is called remaining on the upar sapati, which is going to be gone, while soul is remaining, the attributes and substance are remaining eternally buried inside, that they are deep inside. That's why they are called two separate space points, but they are not separate space points. And again, we are just, this subject is coming again and again in the future. So what it is, even though actions are occurring in the same space point, but mode's action is different than soul's existence. And that's why they are called two separate things. For example, rough example, not perfect example, rough example. Body and me are occupying same space point, but body's function is entirely different and soul's function is entirely different. So they are, even though occupying same space point, they are separate forever. Now coming to mind, extreme finer point, mode and the attribute, mode and the soul substance occupying same space point, but their action is so different. This mode is active for one samay only, and soul and the attributes are existing forever and ever. So from quote unquote work perspective, they both are called separate, having separate space point, even though occupying same space point. Does it make sense?
Yes.
These are, and I'm glad, see, these questions are coming because we have come up to this 11th stanza. Otherwise, on the first stanza, if you are talking this one, people can get lost and they don't know what we are talking about even. But now we know some of the nitty-gritty thing, that all these questions are arising. And as questions are arising, clarification occurs in our mind, and then we say, my God, what did Kunkunacharya wrote down? Simple 2 lines, and then it just gives me sleepless night thinking about all these things. That's called your meditation. When you do quote unquote meditation, it's not meditation, but it's reflection on what you learn, what you understand, and just to solidify that idea, you close your eyes and imbibe on the thing what you understood. So that is called, roughly it's called meditation. It's not meditation, it's called reflection. It's called bhavana. It's called anupreksha, means recitation of the same idea that you learned, understood, and keep on thinking about it and making sure one digests that one properly, and to put it into our psyche such a way that now I understand what perspective Acharya Bhagavan is using, when he is using, how he is using. Kunkun Swami and Amritchan Acharya Dev and Gurudev Sri Kanji Swami will not say all the time, I'm talking for absolute point of view, I'm talking for no. He says it's your responsibility to understand and analyze and go for it. So that's why there is so much expansion of all these things one has to do, because we have to understand all those things which are being said in detail. Okay, so going ahead now. So cause and effect are same substance. Now remember, in the second bullet onwards, we are into the soul substance, and we said, hey, who is the cause? Then eternal trueness of the soul substance says, hey, I'm the cause, but I'm the cause only when the effect is generated in the mode. So third bullet says, effect. What's the effect? Right knowledge and right belief, samyak darshan, samyak jnana, or omniscience knowledge, keval jnana. They are the effect. When there is effect, then and then cause is accused to be a cause. Cause is called cause only when the effect is generated. When the right faith is generated in me, then and then cause is called the eternal substance is called cause. Eternal substance is present in Nigod, eternal substance is present in me, eternal substance is present in all living beings, but they are not called cause because I did not bring my attention to the eternal soul substance. So, fourth bullet says, faith attribute, Shraddha Guna has only 2 perspectives, either faith to the alien object of the universe, means to the body, that's a wrong faith, or the faith to the eternal true nature of the soul, that's a right faith, enlightenment. That's why when that last bullet occurs, then eternal soul substance is labeled as a cause for it.
Kirit uncle, can I just say something here? I think this makes sense. And I just, like, if you have a black box, it's a black box. You don't know what's inside. If you don't know what the Atma is, you can't talk about what the black box is doing. You know, but the moment you open up the black box, you understand what it's doing. Then you can talk about it being the cause of taking a recording in an airplane or whatever it is it's doing. I just thought that made some sense to me.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, so we as in any way we understand now, the cause can only be called cause when effect is generated inside. And so the cause is inert and effect is an action. But again, we are talking indivisible soul substance. So indivisible soul substance, now from outside, I can say cause is the soul and effect is a soul. But when I go inside, then eternal soul substance is a cause, and inside the modes occurring every samay, they are called effect. So depending on from where I'm looking from outside, soul is a cause and effect. From inside, now I go, what is the cause? Eternal soul substance. Why? Because effect is generated in the mode. Remember, mode, attribute, and soul are in one unit structure, one thing only. There are no separate things. There are no knowledge attribute and Shraddha attributes and everything separately. We are making that separate for our understanding purpose. So, Tirthankar Bhagwan has experienced undivided eternal soul substance. Gandhar Bhagwan also experienced the same thing. And in the lineage of Gandhar Bhagwan, excuse me, and further Acharya Bhagwan, they also realized the soul in the undivided soul substance. But when they want to impart that knowledge, then they have to cut it down into these small sections and bring it to us in the divided form. So medium becomes divided form. When that medium reaches to me, then it's my duty to understand from the divisional aspect and then to imbibe in the undivided undivided form. So undivided from experienced person, medium is divided, and then from there I understand and I put it together and I just say, okay, what is my undivided soul's nature and structure and everything. So those are the way the system works. Now, having said that, now we are coming to this slide, which raised the question last time, that eternal true nature of the self is known as Karan Paramatma. Karan means a cause, and Paramatma means eternal soul substance. So, as it's this eternal conscious element is present in all living beings. So that Karan, cause is only called cause when the effect is generated. Conscious element is present in all living beings, but omniscience knowledge mode and right knowledge mode are called Karya Paramatma. Means Karya means effect. So that is called Karya. So first bullet is a cause, and second bullet is a effect. So when the effect is generated in me, when I have the right knowledge, knowledge and right faith mode occurring within me, in me, then who is to be blamed, quote unquote blame? Eternal soul substance. So that eternal soul substance becomes a cause, and my mode of right knowledge and omniscience, right knowledge means beginning, omniscience knowledge is perfectly pure knowledge. So that knowledge becomes effect. So cause and effect. Effect is there, that's why cause is called cause. So Karan means cause and Karya means effect. When there is effect.
Okay, Uncle, I'm going to ask a basic question.
Yeah.
If the soul is inert, right?
Yes. Yeah.
How can, and if it's a pure soul, right? So absolute point of view, pure soul, which is inert, how can that be the cause?
It's simply cause in the sense, I brought my attention to the eternal soul substance. That's it.
That's all that's a soul, that's a pure soul, that's all that pure soul does.
So
when you have a cause, then that means there's something going on and there's an effect.
No. The effect is doing all the work and the cause is blamed to be a cause. Eternal soul substance is always there, always there, always there. It doesn't do anything. Even though when it becomes cause, it doesn't do anything. It simply remains inert all the time. Doesn't do anything. But I made my attention to it. I made my attention to it. So when I brought attention, then this guy is called cause. Because I did the effect here. When I did effect, then this guy is blamed to be a cause. It didn't do anything before. It was like this before, like this now, like this afterwards. It remains there forever from Nigod to the Siddha Bhagavan. Remains forever. Eternal existence. Nothing is changing. Only thing, my vision is changed. My faith is changed. My faith is brought to it. And that's why it is labeled as a cause. It didn't do anything.
It's just a labeling.
Labeling. Because effect occurs. We want to prove cause and effect occurs in the same substance. For example, I'll give you one example, it will clarify. Jnana varan karma is present, knowledge obscuring karma is present, and that's why I am not getting knowledge. Now, the knowledge obscuring karma is a cause, and my not getting knowledge is an effect. If I say that knowledge obscuring karma is a matter particle over here, and I'm not getting knowledge is a mode occurring within me. They're two separate substances. So cause and effect cannot be there in two substances. It has to be present in one substance only. So can Keval Gnan did not, omniscience knowledge is not coming out within me because, listen carefully, because there is knowledge obscuring karma present. Omniscience knowledge is not coming, not waking up within me because there is omniscience obstructing karma present. So the two substances, cause and effect cannot be in two substances. So now my omniscience knowledge is not occurring within me. What's a cause? Because my aim is directed to the alien object. My aim is directed to this body. And that's why I'm not getting omniscience knowledge. Now, when the same knowledge mode brings the attention to the eternal soul substance, then eternal soul substance is labeled as a cause and effect in the form of omniscience knowledge. So cause and effect are present in one substance only, and this rule is not broken that way. So that is very important for us to understand, that cause and effect have to be present in the same substance.
Okay.
Now, this cause-effect relationship is perceived in a given substance only as their inherent relationship. My knowledge mode and my knowledge attribute and my all-knower soul substance, they have inherent relationship. And that's why cause and effect are present in one substance only. And this is a very deep principle. It is present in a 15th stanza of Niyamsar. Actually, stanza 3 to 15. Stanza 3 onward, Gungun Swami takes us deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. In 15th stanza, finally he says that cause and effect are present in one substance only. So, Karan Paramatma and Karya Paramatma, they both are occurring in the same substance. Karan Paramatma is an eternal soul substance. It is blamed to be Karan Paramatma when effect of right faith, right knowledge, and or omniscience knowledge occurring in my mode, then it is labeled as a cause. Does it make sense so far? Eternal true knowledge of the soul is not as Karan Paramatma, only when the effect in the form of purity of knowledge mode perceived Karya Paramatma. So Karya Paramatma is a mode with a purity, and a Karan Paramatma is an eternal soul substance. Both are in the same substance, both are in the soul substance only. And my cause and effect are separate from your cause and effect, is separate from third guy's cause and effect. So everybody is separate. Their cause and effect occurs in their own soul. My cause and effect occurs in my soul only. Having said that, now, how is the time situation here? Oh my God, this one slide, we finished 1 hour on it? Wow, that's good. Okay, all right. So, any questions so far? Because this was the question last time that we had it, and so it needed to be clarified. So that's why we did. So
yeah, Kirit, the last thing you just said, Karan Paramatma and Karya Paramatma. Is that also from Vevar point of view and from strict Nishtay point of view, you have to say Trikadi Dhruv Bhagavan Atma Akarta se?
Yes, yes. And I think, see, you are taking the matter to the deep microscopic point. Yes, that's right. That even to fall as a soul, as a Karan Paramatma, and a mode as a Karya Paramatma, and then cause and effect are established in the same substance that way. Remember, in the soul substance, infinite attributes and infinite modes, they are in undivided form, and they are there that way. Now, here for our understanding, we are saying Karya Paramatma here, Karan Paramatma here. So we are making two divisions in the undivided soul substance with mode and attributes within. So when we make the undivided soul substance as a total thing, and now we are making the divisions within, even though they are present, but we are making division for our understanding. So it can also be called Vyavarnay, conventional point of view, because in the undivided soul substance, we made division. Remember Sadbhutnay? Sadbhutnay says that it's a the undivided thing to make division is also called Sadbhutnay. So then, what is the absolute point of view here? My mode is a Karya, my mode is a Karan, and that will be the absolute point of view. And so, it depends what perspective you want to go for. You can go as deeper as possible. Bottom line is understanding of the subject. Understanding of the subject, if I understand, now ultimately what is my aim? My aim is ultimately to understand this one and bring my attention to the eternal soul substance residing within. And that's what my aim is. So my paryay has to do only one job, and one job only is to bring attention away from the body and bring it to the eternal soul substance. That is only the job of this mode. And when, how can it occur? Because now I understand where are the pitfalls, where do I fall down, where is a slippery slope, where I have to be careful, and all those things I understand, and then it becomes easier as understanding occurs, and then my attention from the physical body, I don't have to take it away, it just goes away. For example, if I'm facing east, and now I'm turning to the west. From east, I'm turning to the west. What is happening? I entered the west. That means I gave up east. I don't have to give up east. As long as I'm in the west, which was my thing to do, then east is automatically got relieved. So same way, my attention from body doesn't have to be brought out. When I'm putting my eternal soul substance as my aim, this body becomes physical, secondary by itself automatically. So knowledge is important. Knowledge is important. And that's why Kun Bhagwan kept on hitting hard again and again and again. And Gurudev expanded that one in a great form with knowledge. You just gather knowledge. You understand what's a reality. Once you understand, then the path becomes very easy, and it's easy to go on the our spiritual pathway. So that's what the things. We will stop over here, and if there is any question, then we can entertain. If not, then we can do the closing, okay? Javani ke gyan se suje lokalo, sovai mastaka namo sada det modo. No banna mukamantra, 9 times mukamantra. Jai Jinendra, Michami Dukram. Thank you.
Thank you, Kirit uncle.
Thanks.
Jai
Bye.
Bye.
Jai Chandra.
Jai Jinendra.
Michami Dukram.
Michami Dukram.